G'day, dolls. Welcome to the StarrStruck interview. Today I'll be interviewing the gorgeous and delightful Marcus Collins. It's all very exciting. We'll wait for him to join, then we shall add him in and we shall chitty chat. How's everyone's day been? It's been very, very warm in Womburn today. Quite moist in the air. Marcus is here, so I'll add him in and we shall chitty chat. Show me Marcus. Hey!
Oh,
Hey, doll!
oh, Vince. What's going on?
I'm well, how are you? You look glorious.
Thank you so much. I'm just soaking up this afternoon glow up.
The glow.
Just getting that sunlight on my skin. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, doll. Have you ever swung from that chandelier? Because it looks incredible.
Babe, I'm forever swinging on it. That's why there's no light bulbs in it, because I keep breaking them. Honestly, I break it every time I go near it.
Right, let's jump straight in. Marcus, what was the first show that you ever saw?
Les Mis.
And would you say that was your calling?
I was 10 years of age and I had never seen anything like it. As soon as Master of the House started, I was like, yeah, comedy, like acting, drama, singing, dancing, costume, makeup. I was like, whatever this is, I want in. I want in because it's better than school. So yeah, that's how I knew.
And what was your first performance that you ever did? Did you do anything at school or amateur dramatics?
Yes, I actually did bits at school. I did Grease the Musical was the first thing I was in, giving it all of this, you know. And then I did Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat the year later, and I had to be forced to do it by my musical teacher because I was so scared. And you know, stage fright, something I still suffer with now. It's
doll. It's serious. So obviously, most people know your gorgeous face from the X Factor, because you were that everyone talked about the next day when you sang "Signed, Sealed, Delivered" with the little red hoodie on, living the dream.
Oh, what was that?
Sell it, doll, sell it.
Memorabilia. It's all staying here.
What was the happiest part and the hardest part of the whole experience, Marcus?
The happiest part was reaching the final on December the 11th. Like, I was so just proud of myself and felt like I'd climbed Everest with no warning, like with no preparation. It was amazing to have got that far. I really enjoyed that. That was really rewarding. I really liked that. The hardest bits are the bits that nobody sees, where the theme of the week was being changed on like a Wednesday and you'd been preparing for a week and a half, maybe 10 days, choosing costume, fighting about song choices and what. It's not just you suggest the song, you suggest maybe 3 or 4 songs, and Psycho suggest 3 or 4 songs, and then ultimately you're supposed to collab and pick, but a lot of the time they just choose for you. And they also have to be able to buy the licensing to use the song. So there's so much that goes on behind the scenes and nobody ever gets it. Like, I have people calling my salon saying, hey, can Marcus fit me in on Wednesday? And they were like, he's in London doing the X Factor. And they were like, yeah, but he's only on a Saturday. Like, he doesn't do anything. And I was like, no, babe, like, it's a full-time gig. It's hard, man. It was rough. Like, these 5 a.m. starts over and over and over again, and then, you know, not seeing anybody till late in the evenings. Like, it was tough. It was tough.
The first thing I ever saw you in live, Marcus, was Hairspray. Did you? It was in Birmingham, living your best life. Did you have a relationship with that show before? Did you know about Hairspray?
I knew the show. I knew the ethos of it. I knew the narrative. I loved it. When the film came out with Zac Efron, I almost collapsed because, quite frankly, I just think he's a vision of beauty. I think he's, you know, ensnared by me. He's ensnared by me. I think he's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm a bit obsessed. So, yeah, when I saw Hairspray, I knew that the music, I knew that the story, you know, something just like fits. It just fits. It just fit the character, and I think
it was great to watch you on stage because you were the old cliche, a full-on triple threat. You could act, you could sing, and you could dance.
Thank you.
Doll, you jumping off that music box. I mean, living your best life.
I have, honestly, I split those trousers so many times. It was embarrassing, like constantly splitting them. But sometimes you just got to go full out, and that's what we did.
Yeah. And would you say that was, did you really enjoy that experience of being in Hairspray?
Being in Hairspray to me was more than just doing a show. It was my homecoming. It was me moving into the lane that I always felt I was supposed to be in. And frankly, it was my first introduction to having people of colour being actors as friends. Like, it's just not something I've grown up with. I've literally, like, stuck out like a sore thumb where I live. So it was really interesting. I remember being 24 when I joined the cast, and I remember saying to family and to my mum, oh my God, I'm making all these friends. And she's like, you've got black friends? And I was like, yeah. Like, it's actually happened. Like, what I've been praying for has actually happened. We've all stayed friends since. It was an incredible experience.
Because your mum was Sandra, wasn't it? The lovely Sandra Marvin.
She played Sandra, yeah. Incredible.
And then you moved on to this little musical that not many people know about called Kinky Boots.
That was it, yeah.
Where, oh my God, doll, we could do a whole hour on this. We're going to keep it really short. How did you find it easy to work in dancing heels? Also, was it this your introduction to drag, or did you do drag before Halloween?
I was a Halloween queen. I was like, okay, sweet, I'll do this, I'll try that. But it was never nothing that was, too out there. And I didn't really have a concept. I just wanted to put loads of slap on and prance about. So yeah, I did all of that, which was fun. I'm now trying to remember back to what your first question was. Kinky Boots, yeah. That was my first time really in drag. And walking in heels was the least of my worries. Like, I was thinking, oh my God, it's going to be this. I was like, okay, cool, I can probably master that. Picking up the choreography, doing that in heels, hitting your mark, making sure that your voice was on point, making sure that you were in for your cover rehearsals to do everything else. All the stuff behind the scenes can be so overwhelming and can really, like, it can drive your mind.
And also, everybody knows, like, Jerry Mitchell's choreography is not two-step jazz hands.
No. But saying that, in Kinky Boots now, there was a lot of people who were actor musos or were like singer actors. So there was a lot of people who were just, could get the movement right and do what they needed to do, which was so cool, because towards the end I was like, yes, it's getting easier, like I can kill it. So, it was tough, but I really, really enjoyed it. And all the boots were tailor-made specifically for our feet. Every single pair was about 4,000 or 5,000 starting off.
Did you steal any?
Not one. Not a single heel. Not even a kitten.
Not even a lash.
Not even a lash. No, saying that though, I was allowed to keep some of the makeup brushes. I mean, they were battered by the time you'd painted, a face 8 times a week. A lot of the time we bought our own things. Like, me and a couple of the queens would just have our own kits as well. That we'd add.
What was also brilliant, obviously, going to see the show and you being in it, you have that gorgeous little bit in Act 2. And it's not even like subtle. It's like she comes out and she opens her mouth and rainbows fly out. And it was just, I think that was such a gorgeous part, and you did it so well. What was your biggest onstage mishap during Kinky Boots?
So somebody, I won't name names, but they're in, they've been in several shows in the West End, and they took the time to, we were chatting for a bit. They took the time to tell me, when I first saw you in Kinky Boots, yeah, you fell down the steps in the factory in heels from the top to the bottom step. I've completely blanked this out because I'm like, not me, bitch. That would not be me. I'm not the one. I don't fall. But I've been reminded that I fell quite hard. So yeah, definitely falling down the stairs from the top stair.
Oh God! And what was your angel name? Can you say?
My angel name was Sissy Elliott, but I think I might have to leave Sissy Elliott in the Kinky Boots factory. She may have to stay there, only because I'm starting to grow into my drag characters. When I'm now starting to get a narrative, so I kind of know who I am at the minute. And right now, I just want to be Black Pudding with pudding apostrophe N. I'm trademarking that. If anyone from this chat tries to steal that, copyright. But yeah, that's I'm Black Pudding.
Oh, that's incredible. And you did Hairspray, the 5th anniversary tour.
Hair, yeah.
Oh, Hair, sorry, definitely.
Right. It's so easy mix up. We had so many people waiting for Tracy Turnblad, and they got me full frontal at the end of Act 1. So sorry about it.
How was it being nude? And did you feel that as Marcus Collins, from the start of rehearsals to the end of the tour, did you feel like you changed? Did you feel like you knew more about the movement, and did you have more, not that you don't have compassion now, but did you have more compassion for humans?
I left with a compassion for humans that was embellished from my experience. So I always thought I was quite an open-minded person, and I would stick up for anybody, and you know, I speak out, and I like to think of myself as an activist. I get involved. I follow causes that mean things to me, and I hopefully try and do right by the different charities and you know, the people that I work alongside and for. From doing the show, there was just so many things about feminism that I hadn't realised, things about working in an environment where you have to acknowledge every single person's journey, and not everybody is going to be in the same frame mindset to be able to, like, yeah, I'm happy to take all my clothes off. So it was really interesting getting to know each member of the cast and the company, and also their journeys and what their characters' journeys were and what had led them to that moment. The nudity was so tastefully done and beautifully
was.
I can't explain any feeling like it. It's a bit like going on what, like Alton Towers. Like, you're building up to it. You're
Like the
psyching
adrenaline.
yourself up in the queue. You're like, come on, I've got this. Come on, I know what I'm gonna do. And then, yeah, just you do it, and it's done. And then we all run off and have a little in the wings, and then it's like, okay, cool. Now this is like an everyday thing. We can stop doing this. You know, we can just crack on. But you know,
but like you said, you are such using your platform, and you're such a, like you said, an activist and ally, and support so many incredible causes, and it's so brilliant, and it's so honourable of yourself, Marcus. And you also speak out about mental health. And how have you found that in your mental health in lockdown, Marcus?
My mental health in lockdown has surprisingly been okay.
Ditto, exactly the same.
Yeah, I get stressed by other people's nonsense. And it's not necessarily the crank calls coming from inside the house. It's what other people around me are doing, which is causing me to stress. So to isolate, it's not good for yourself. Usually it's not good for you, but in this, you know, in these circumstances, I've found it amazingly cleansing. I've been able to really distill the people that I have in my life and that I want around me, and that's paid off, you know, tenfold. Like, I'm not mixing with any nonsense, and if it doesn't serve the moment, maybe don't bring it in the room. I don't want to hear blame. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear negativity. You can tell me your truth and I'll listen. I will do the same. I want an open platform for understanding and being committed to understanding and to righting things that are wrong. Happy to share, happy to listen.
Gorgeous, doll. We're going to do some quick fire questions. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Best performance you've ever seen?
Cynthia Erivo in Songs for a New World.
Oh, doll. At the gorgeous. I know. Go to shower song.
Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, but with key changes and riffs and bends on the notes.
Favourite album?
Favourite album? Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably Destiny's Child, Destiny Fulfilled, or Carole King, Tapestry, or
Too Late Baby.
Corinne Bailey Rae, or Indie Irie, or Alicia Keys. Like, I could go on. I've got so many. I love that in circulation.
Dream roll?
Fiero.
Favourite sweet?
Anything covered in sugar that's sour.
Favourite month of the year?
Favourite month? August.
Favourite drink?
Fanta Lemon.
Favourite smell?
Penhaligon's Halfetti.
Money, 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 money! Favourite sound? Favourite sound?
Favourite sound? Oh, this is a bit soppy, but I like the sound of my boyfriend's sleep because it makes me go to sleep because I know he's safe. I can sleep properly. Ugh, I know.
You.
Cringe. But...
I have a time machine, 2 tickets to an opening night of any musical that's ever happened. Me and you on the front row. Marcus Collins. What are we seeing?
Dreamgirls, the original cast.
I'm all about that. I was speaking to a friend of mine and yours, Dame Josephine McElderry.
Oh, don't start me with her. I am obsessed.
And he said to ask you to do your Kim Woodburn impression.
I think he's I think he's a rude little horrible little bitch, actually. I think he's I think he's ensnared by me. I think Darren's ensnared by me. Wants to touch a boob, hasn't got the guts.
Marcus, would you rather be hot or would you rather be cold?
Hot.
Walk or run?
Walk.
Dance or sing?
Sing.
Give or receive?
Both.
Both. Meat or veg?
Which one?
Meat or veg?
Veg.
Night in or night out?
Night out.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Play or musical?
Musical.
Lily Savage or RuPaul?
Lily Savage.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Beyonce or Celine?
Beyonce, hon.
Hugs or kisses?
Kisses.
Day or night?
Night.
Stephen Sondheim or Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Sometime all day.
Bernadette Peters or Patti LuPone?
Patti LuPone. Although
Hold on! Marcus
I do love Bernadette Peters now.
Marcus, this has been a joy. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm so grateful.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Last question.
Go
What
ahead.
would be the name of your autobiography?
Uppers, downers, and in-betweeners. The intimate memoirs of an erratic, homosexual, international singing hairdresser. Volume 1.
Volume 1. Marcus, have a lovely Friday evening. Thank you so much.
You too. Mwah. Lovely speaking to you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, babe.